Hey there, how's it going, guys? This is Troy, and I'm here to show you my individual project for ASL. While developing my group project for ASL, my group and I chose to use the ColdBox framework for Cold Fusion while developing our server-side code. While developing, I found that I had a lot of questions about how things work, of course, as would be the case when learning a new framework. And ColdBox had tons of documentation, literally pages and pages of everything you could possibly want to know, except for the fact that it all assumed you knew what you were doing. It didn't try to ease you into it like you only had a basic understanding of cold fusion. It started talking about interceptors and auto aspect binding and ORM and using plugins I'd never heard of. After the app was completed, I brought it to the attention of my instructor how difficult it was to make sense of the documentation and how it seemed like it wasn't written for beginners. It was written for people who had used a framework before or people very familiar with the inner workings of Cold Fusion. So my instructors told me that, hey, maybe that should be your next application. Maybe you should make something that makes the cold box documentation easier to work with. So I said, all right, and that's what I tried to do. The name of my app, as you can see here, is called pandorasBox. And what it is, it's a wiki-style encyclopedia documentation application where viewers can view documents that give beginning Cold Fusion coders who are just starting to learn ColdBox the dynamic documentation that they need to succeed in whatever they're trying to do. Now, I say dynamic because it's like a Wikipedia page. You can come in and edit it, post code and code snippets and things like that. And I take it a step further by allowing you to post comments below the page, so people can say, "Hey, I don't really agree with this," or "I would think this is really important to add," and they can go ahead and make comments, so they don't actually have to edit the page directly. I also wanted to add in a reward system, kind of like the achievements on Xbox Live and the trophies on PlayStation 3. They're little tiny snippets that don't really do anything, but they reward you for using the application. So, say if you make a post, that's an achievement. If you upload an avatar to go along with your account, that's an achievement. They're just little extras that assist in the user having fun with the app. So without any further ado, I'll go ahead and show you the app. This is my landing page, all decked out with CSS. Styling, I wanted to go a bold route with colors that really stand out, and kind of stylized text that gives it more of a friendly approach, so as not to put people off. On the left here, you can see the latest activities that it's pulling back from the server. Right here in the middle is a search bar where you can search for different topics. And I'll go ahead and search for one of those topics now. I'll go ahead and I want to know about session storage. So I'll just go ahead and type session here. And that pulls me back one result where you can see the page I've created earlier on session storage plugins. I go ahead and click on that page and I can read through it and see the example code that it gives. And yeah, search and read, that's about all you can do without creating an account for the app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the home page and create an account so I can show you some of the more cool aspects of the app. I'm going to click this sign up button down here, and the top half of the page slides away to reveal the sign up form. I'm actually not going to enter anything in the input fields just to show you what happens if you don't. It's going to come back with validation errors telling you, hey, you forgot to fill out this or you didn't do that. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and enter a username, a password, and an email here. And here I can also upload an avatar for my account. Now, if you were at the presentations earlier today, you might have seen me attempt to upload one picture for my account as an avatar that ended up breaking my app. Well, I figured out why that was the case. The case is because I chose a picture to use in the presentation beforehand. I didn't actually test it. The picture I actually chose to use is corrupt. As you can see, Photoshop can't even open it. So if you were at that presentation today, you know what I'm talking about, and it wasn't my fault. So I just wanted to clear that up. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a picture I know is valid and I know works, and go ahead and sign up with it. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the account page so we can view our account here. And here we can see our rank, the amount of experience we've earned, and some smaller stats that are tracking what we've done with the application. If you scroll down here, you can see the achievements I've already earned, and I've already earned two. One you get just for signing up, this one right here, and the second one is for uploading an avatar to your account. I can actually earn a third one right now if I edit the description of my account on this page. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and go back to my account. And you can see I've earned another one just for doing that. So yeah, just a little fun thing to motivate users to continue using the app. One thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this page in the latest activities called Wirebox, and I can go ahead and view that page. Down here at the bottom is a comment section where now that I'm signed in, I can actually post a comment. So I'm going to go ahead and post a comment on this page. And as you can see, it shows up, and other people can view that comment, whether they have an account, whether they're logged into another account, or whatever. I can actually take this a step further and create my own page. So let me go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to call this whatever and type some stuff in here. And now you can see it has been saved, and other people can view that page. I can take this a step further, and I can go ahead and edit this page I'm on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it with a code example of whatever I might be talking about. So I'm just going to surround what I'm typing in code tags, and then save the page. And now I've made that edit, and you can see it right there. If I go back to account page, you can see I've earned a couple more achievements and gotten some more experience, and it's accurately tracking what I do. I'm going to pull up the SQL database so you can see how I'm making this app work. My database is pretty big given the small size of this app. You can see the tables and fields I'm using here. I'm also hashing my passwords using MD5 just to add a little bit more security. So yeah, that's what I've been working on for the last 2 weeks, and that is Pandora's Box. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time.